Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing some sort of video predictions. Going to be taking a look at the cover, which was just released yesterday for The Walking Dead issue 140, Life and Death. Okay, so here we have our first look at The Walking Dead issue 140's cover, Life and Death, as you can see here. We also have some other covers that have been released. Well, basically, I've already done videos on 138, 139. We'll briefly look at those later, even though I've already done ones focusing just on those. So here's 140. We also have the trade cover for trade 23, which we'll also look at after this, From Whispers to Screams. So with this one, I really like where the Walking Dead comic book series is going. That you can tell that Kirkman is setting this up for the long run. He's not setting up the Walking Dead comic book series to be kind of a one-shot or to be ending in 100 or 200 issues. He's setting up the series for the long run. I really feel that way. And what we're seeing right now is we're seeing, after 100 and some odd issues, a sort of switching of focus from our main protagonist, of course, Rick Grimes, to kind of more of a worldly focus, where Rick, of course, is there. He gets a lot of time, of course he does, because he's Rick Grimes, the greatest zombie apocalypse surviving character ever, in my opinion, ever created. And, lately what we've had is, with the Hilltop, which is a new community, we've gotten to spend some more time with Maggie, who is a leader of her own group now. And it's really great that we're getting to see some of these characters that have been around for a super long time, that have not had that much focus throughout the series, that are getting more spotlight type focus. Recently, what we've seen, of course, with Maggie, Sophia in the back left there. That may sound weird to some people who just watched the TV series. Yep, that's Sophia. She's growing up. She's about the same age as Carl. It's really cool. Really like that a lot. We have, of course, completely different stories between the TV series and comic book series, or at least with regards to survivors, different surviving characters and the series are quite a bit different. So in this one, of course, in the comic book series, the original, not the adaptation, the original story, as we see it unfolding here, Maggie is dealing with some weird situation. Basically, if you haven't read, kind of spoilers, I guess, if you're not caught up, just to go over it very briefly, Sophia and Carl get attacked by these two little punks in the Hilltop. Sophia gets hurt badly, almost, sexually assaulted. And Carl, who has been hit with a brick in the initiation of that unexpected attack, grabs a shovel and beats the two boys almost to death. So now we're in a situation where, what is Maggie going to do with this? These two boys have survived, but their parents are super pissed. We can see their parents maybe plotting to kill Maggie, maybe plotting to kill Carl, most likely Carl and Maggie. And the question with this cover is, of course, what is it that Maggie has found here? What has she found? Now, I would probably predict that I think she has gone into the cell, because it looks really dark, where Lydia was, and has realized that Lydia is not there. She has escaped. Either that, or she has found a corpse or something dead or somebody dead. Now, she's almost kind of looking at her hands, almost as if to say, like, what have I done? But not entirely, There's no blood on her hands. There's nothing like that. So she may be finding somebody dead as well, too. It may not necessarily be that Lydia has escaped, but it could be that she has found somebody dead. Obviously, it's not her. Obviously, it's not going to be Carl. He wouldn't be killed off in such a capacity. There's no way. It wouldn't. Obviously, Sophia's right there. Who else could it be? It could be the baby. It's possible. The reaction makes sense. That's a possibility, so that's one thing to consider. Or, like I said, it could just be her finding that Lydia has escaped. I'm not sure. That, or possibly she has killed somebody and she is kind of doing some self-reflection, as if to say, what have I done? Even though she doesn't have blood on her hands visually, maybe she has killed the two boys or done something else that attacked Sophia and Carl. Super cool cover in just that it brings up to mind so many different thoughts, so many different theories on what's happening with the story. And I really love to see that we're switching gears from always having Rick being the main protagonist to spending some more time with Maggie and seeing what's Sophia, Maggie, Carl, getting to spend some more time with them and seeing what's going on with them in this weird situation they're in. So Really interesting stuff. Really, really love the cover. Let me know what you guys think. What is Maggie seeing in your opinion? Is she regretting something she's done? Kind of looking at her hands, what have I done? Is she finding a character has escaped, or has she found a dead character? Possibly, hopefully not, her baby. And next we have the trade cover, volume 23 now. Whispers into Screams. Of course, always got the awesome zombies at the bottom. I love how when you line these up, the zombies fit together as if they're one big long mural, which is really cool. You guys have seen it in my background, of course. But it doesn't, unfortunately, the background isn't long enough to fit them all. So many volumes, and I've switched. I used to do reviews for these individually, and I've switched recently to the just doing individual comics, because there's enough to talk about in each comic to do. But if you guys want to see me review the rest of the trades, I can oblige. I've been buying the individuals, but I do kind of like to have the trades to read through. I think they're easier to manage. They're easier to read because then you don't have to have so many issues and constantly be flipping from issue to issue. You can just have the trade and go through a whole story arc in one trade, and they just look so damn cool. So if you guys are interested in seeing me review the trades after, I think I finished at about trade 16, something like that. I can go through the rest if you're interested. I just have to buy them first, of course. But here we have, of course, the cover. So write in the comments what you guys want to see. If you want to see trade reviews, let me know, because that's like a story arc at a time. So that's pretty cool. I do like to do those reviews. I do enjoy it. It's just spending the money to buy them when I already have them in individual issues. Anyway, moving on. So we've got the cover here. Love the color. Nice red, nice bright red. Zombies at the bottom are awesome as always. Whispers into Screams, volume 23. You've got Carl, and he's looking on there to, I would assume, Lydia. I would think so, because of course we're already into this trade. But she's drawn kind of with the zombie stuff on, and he's kind of looking, and you have it in a really dark place, which is really cool. This is a really interesting development in the series as to what's going to happen with Carl's character, and where he's going to go with his evolution. We've talked about it before. Is he going to become more like the governor or Negan, or is he going to become more like Rick? So far from what we've seen, and it just looks like a lot of setup, he's probably going to become more like the governor. If I guess we'll have to see in the long run how Rick eventually dies, but wouldn't that be interesting if Carl was the one to pull the trigger in some kind of scenario where the groups were at war and he joined the Whispers and he was the one to do it? Wouldn't that be something? That would be just insane. That would be a fitting end, I think, for The Walking Dead. Very Walking Dead-ish. So let me know what you guys think about that possibility as well. Always, of course, a possibility. And just a very cool cover. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say for this one. And we'll take a quick look at 138, 139. Cover 138, Confrontation. We know that the Whisperers have called for their leader, so to speak, and that he is on his way. Is this him? Looks like it. You can see the belt there. We've already reviewed this one kind of, so I'm not going to go into detail. Watch that video if you want to see my thoughts on it more in depth. But very excited for the issue, of course. Can't wait to see what happens when their leader arrives. Is he going to have a meeting with Maggie? What's going to happen with that, where her people are almost on the brink of what seems like could be the start to a civil war? And finally, we'll wrap it up with a quick look at 139 from the Edge of the World. Again, we've already seen this one. I'll put the links in the description to all the covers so you guys can check these out in higher definition, higher quality. And yeah, I mean, we've already talked about it. Very cool cover. What does it mean? What are we going to see? It looks like Rick's story may actually be kind of diverging from what's happening with Carl, what's happening with Maggie at the hilltop. Maybe Rick will be, possibly visiting the kingdom. Is this sailboat, from them? Is Michonne on it? Is she part of that? I guess we'll have to wait and see. Or is this a new group of some kind? Very interesting. Brings up a lot of possibilities, just as the other covers do. And Walking Dead comic book series, always insanely strong. Always a love to read for me. My favorite comic book series, the one that I've stuck with the longest. Getting close to 140 issues now. Just chomping at the bit to get every next issue. Let me know what you guys think about all these. Write your predictions below, comments below on the covers, and what you think they mean. What you think is going to happen with Carl, Maggie, the Whisperers, and their leader meeting with Maggie. And yeah, I'll call it here. That's all I got to say for these covers, guys. Let me know what you think. Write in the comments below. And if you liked the video, do me a solid. You want to see more comic book Walking Dead videos, thumb it up. Share it, favorite if you wouldn't mind, and that's it for this one, guys. See you for the next one. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace.